24/7. Chapter 1. Orwellian. Heaven. I tapped my foot as I listened to Fortunate Son. I ain't no millionaire's son. Sadly, it was true. If there's one thing that growing up poor and disenfranchised will teach you, it's this. It's everyone for themselves. My father and mother had been so poor that even the term dirt poor would have been a dishonest description. Dirt poor implied that you have dirt, at least. Nah. We were drifters who lived in a beat-up station wagon with faux wood paneling. It was just my mother and I after my father was shot by cops for stealing bread for his starving family. It was from then on that she helped make me into the ruthless and cutthroat man I am today. Bless her soul, wherever she is. She abandoned me after getting hooked on meth. Sad, but true. I was put into a Baptist orphanage. Boy, do the Baptists know how to whip you into shape. With or without the fear of God himself. Still bigots, but valuable nonetheless. Ding! I had become like Satan himself, as God had kicked him out, for being right, that is. I had the reddest of carpets unrolled for me every time I stepped out of my protective bubble of opulence. Even the perfectly polished bluestone had a drop of filth on it. I donned my face mask that would help with the air quality. It seemed to be a simple blue hospital mask, but it was engineered to be the best filtration system around. It even had the aesthetics of those little blue wispy strands to stimulate the reusability of a broken healthcare system. God bless America, reduced, reused, and hella recycled. I clapped twice like that nostalgic commercial to trigger the door opening. You know the one. Where Bruce waited for me. He was a dear friend, and I know how that sounds coming from me, the propagandist himself. His outfit was specifically tied to mine, always. But he got the choice to look what he wanted to look like once in a while, as it takes two to tango after all. He opened the door for me as we both climbed into the back seat of the self-driving Bentley. He was more than just a friend, however, as we both met and fallen in love in the hell that was the orphanage, Satan and God himself in a self-destructive dance through the 9 layers themselves. He was my literal partner in war crimes, also my editor and co-anchor. His hazel eyes shone with gleeful contempt for the world and its cycle of abuse that nobody ever really escapes. Certainly not anymore. I lit up a joint while savoring the burn I was destined for when this whole house of cards inevitably collapses. I wish you wouldn't smoke so much. I know humans can't live forever, but why live in hell rather than accept that it's our final destination? Come on, honey. Really? I rolled my eyes. He kicked my ankle. Okay, fine. God damn. Okay, fuck. Whatever you want, darling. Yeah, fine. I'll admit it. You caught me. I'm in an abusive relationship, but in his defense, he did stick by me in the orphanage. It was a classic trauma bond, and we both knew it, but hey, that's what couples therapy is for. Okay, fine. But anyways, how's the economy going? Bruce chuckled and handed me a holographic clipboard. I snapped my fingers to watch the stock market plummet in a pretty little blue line. It's never been worse. Well surpassing '08 and '29 to a nightmarish level. Gas is $15.71, the national average. Unfortunately, Massachusetts still has the lowest price, around $8.29 a gallon. But don't fear me, amor. It'll soon change. Check your feed. I closed my eyes, blinking twice. I saw the best news ever, that America had invaded Venezuela to avoid the Nuremberg trials that were set to start today. The puppeteered president herself was indebted to us after her scandalous past was touted as fake news to slander her oppression. Her tenure at Harvard was sketchy, to put it lightly. Her penchant for drinking beers with the guys and serial sexual misconduct didn't stop us. I blinked 3 times to return to the world. Bruce was there as he did a line of medicated coke as prescribed by his doctor. He used a black American Express card to divvy up my share. Then, to top it off, he took out the Bill of Rights to inhale the contempt. I sniffed away as Bruce took too much and coughed out a white cloud. We both looked into each other's bloodshot eyes and chuckled. I had to roll down the windows so that we could breathe, but only for a split second, as the air quality was like LA smog mixed with the aura of Chernobyl itself. The window was shut just as quickly as it was cracked open. I then took a second to stare into the void that was the world itself. The air quality wasn't even quantifiable anymore, as it was a sickly orange and green, soupy, hazy mixture. It burned the skin due to the sheer acidity of the air itself. Buildings were kept in perfect condition for the sake of appearance, obsolescence or obstinance or obfuscation and all. They had the best filtration systems around, but not too nice, as the downward spiral needed to create a self-sustaining positive feedback loop. The grass, when visible, was a color I don't know how to describe, even with my linguistics. A man in a tattered and torn hazmat suit walked while holding a flamethrower. The air was so inherently toxic that it looked like a psychedelic rainbow as it caught ablaze. "Oh, honey, look there. It's so grotesque. Isn't that hellish?" Bruce looked and smiled. "Oh, it's so rotten. I'm in love with the aesthetic. Take a picture and market that. Then find the man and have him shot. No need to have anyone infringing on our copyright." I nodded and tapped my temple to take the picture. Then I sent my publicist an email via thought. "To whom it may concern, make this marketable, and then find and execute this man and obliterate his entire lineage. And friends if you feel like it. From yours truly, a Lancaster." Bruce fell asleep as his face pressed against the glass and the drool dripped from his pretty lips. Or was it an overdose? I took out my Narcan and used it against his will because I couldn't live without him. He snored deeply as he twitched out and foam pooled out of the corners of his mouth. It wasn't the first time I'd saved him like this. It happens more than you think, to the both of us. I need him to be alert for the show. Then we pulled up to the tower. I flicked his nose to fuck with him. Ugh, are we there already? I smiled as we both donned our masks and stepped outside to the flash of the press who loved us no matter what we did. We saved the moment, waved, clasped our hands together in the air. Showtime.